He's planning on joining the 2 o'clock.
Okay, well, when he comes at 2 o'clock, then we'll consider all of this. But Mr.
Okay.
Blackson is playing with me and I don't like it.
All right.
Ms. Han, yes.
Yes, Your Honor. Just before we break, I had a question about the 2 o'clock calendar.
Okay.
It looks like Mr. Donovan Blackson is on the calendar, and my understanding was that he was going to be put on the next trial calendar, but I could have been mistaken, and I just wanted to
Okay, is he taking a plea? Because I have that he's taking a plea.
to my understanding, that was not
Okay,
okay.
so let me just give you the history. So it was continued from the October 24th, 2022 calendar, and then December 1st, 2022, and January 18th of 2023 calendar call, February 20th of 2023 jury trial calendar, May 22nd jury trial calendar. So he's been on a plethora and an abundance of calendars. I just need to take the man's plea. Why we got to wait for another trial calendar? Does he want a trial? Because I might be wanting to call a jury tomorrow just to get him off my calendar.
Your Honor, so my understanding was that he was hiring Mr. Florio, and I've spoken to him, and he has indicated that
He don't have Florio money.
that might be the case. But Your Honor, I was a little bit confused as to why he's on for a plea, because I thought perhaps maybe Mr. Florio had requested that and just maybe
No,
not.
Mr. Blackson is playing games. We've been going back and forth with him. So you tell Mr. Blackson that you are his attorney. If he doesn't want to go with you, then he can go on his own. I'm not appointing anybody else, and I'm not giving him another continuance. It is what it is. And where is he right now?
He's planning on joining the 2 o'clock.
Okay, well, when he comes at 2 o'clock, then we'll consider all of this. But Mr. Blackson is playing with me, and I don't like it.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. I understand.
Mr. Donovan Gordon Blackson. Mr. Blackson, you hold the record for the number of times you've been on my calendar, sir. You're represented by Miss Hahn from Lister Holton Dennis. Miss Hahn, what's going on with this case?
Your Honor, like I was saying before, I'm not sure, I guess, how he ended up on the calendar for a plea, because our impression was that he would be on the trial calendar, but he's also still indicated to me that he has been trying to hire Mr. Florio.
Mr. Blackson, let me just be honest with you, sir. It is obvious to me you don't have Mr. Florio money, because we've gone through this. No, sir, listen to me.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been on my calendar October 24th of 2022, December 1st of 2022, January 18th of 2023, February 20th of 2023, May 22nd of 2023. Sir, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to just keep waiting for you to track down Mr. Florio and try and get on his list. We need to move your case.
Yes, ma'am. But this was
no, but
yes, ma'am.
Either you can pay him and get it done, or you can't. I mean, if you can't, that's fine. I'm giving you counsel, but sir, at some point we got to fish or cut bait, as the old folks say.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you gonna work with Miss Hahn to get this case resolved? Traffic offenses, sir.
You're right. Yeah, I will. But I actually tried to go give him the money 2 days ago. He said he didn't know why I was on this calendar. I tried to go give him the money, and he said he needed to speak with Miss Hahn. Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Blackson. Mr. Blackson. We've been going through this. I gave you the first continuance to hire Mr. Florio. If you still 6 months in, if you still 6 months in trying to give him the money, and Mr. Florio, I'm gonna tell you really honestly, Mr. Florio has moved on to felonies. He ain't really pressed about these misdemeanors. I'm just gonna tell you my impression, because he comes to my court all the time. Not that he's a bad attorney, he's an excellent attorney, but that's the reason he has filled his calendar up with felonies. So I'm telling you that you've had an attorney with the law firm of Lister and Holt for the longest, and instead of cooperating with them and keeping it moving, you keep trying to waste my time. And I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to waste your time, Your Honor.
I feel like you are, sir, because I've been telling you, when I first gave you the continuance to hire an attorney, you needed to get it done, and I told you.
Yes, ma'am.
And didn't I tell you? I
You
said, Mr. Blackson, I have the ability to appoint an attorney to you. I'm going to appoint that attorney, but if you wish to have a continuance to get an attorney, you're not going to be assured of an additional continuance. You need to go ahead and get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
I said those words, didn't I?
You did.
Okay, so please stop wasting my time, sir.
I have his money now.
Your Honor,
No.
But if not, I mean, I'll work with Ms. Hahn. I mean,
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room
because
with Ms. Hahn so you can work on it. Because if you're gonna pay an attorney, and I've given you since October 24th of 2022 to get it done, I'm losing patience at this time, sir. I can put your case on a trial calendar and we can just move forward.
No, I understand. I
Your Honor,
definitely
he
understand what you're saying.
indicated to
So that
me
you
that
do.
he wants to maintain his not guilty plea, is my
Okay,
understanding.
I'm gonna put him on a trial calendar then.
No,
All right,
no.
Mr. Blackson, do you want to prepare for trial with Ms. Hahn? Because you're coming up on my next trial calendar. That's how old your case is.
As of right now, I have to, but I'm trying to contact Mr. Florio. I have his
Have you
money
talked
now.
to Ms. Hahn?
No, I haven't. About our case?
Yeah.
No.
Would you like to try?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you can keep chasing Mr. Florio, and then I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Florio is good for at least 3 continuances once he gets on the trial calendar, because he's got felonies pending.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll put you in a breakout room with Ms. Hahn and talk to her, because I really am. This too much. All right.
Your
Yes.
Honor, Mr. Blackson is going to be entering pleas of nolo to count 1 and count 2. State has agreed to no cross count 3.
All right, sounds good. Mr. Blackson, raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Blackson, you're before the court on 2020 CR 00311. Donovan Gordon Blackson, you're before the court for 1 count of reckless driving, 1 count of fleeing from police, and 1 count of obstruction of an officer by a plea of nolo to counts 1 and 2. And you're represented by attorney Chelsea Hahn with the law firm of Lister, Holt, and Dennis. By entering a plea of nolo to counts 1 and 2, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things, sir?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, factual basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 13th of 2019, during a road safety check on Garden Walk Boulevard and Garden Springs Drive, where the incident occurred in Clayton County, an officer came into contact with a motor vehicle being operated by Mr. Blackson, advised they were conducting the safety check, and requested his driver's license. At that time, Mr. Blackson provided a Georgia ID that was expired. Mr. Blackson was asked to pull forward while the driver's license status was checked. Mr. Blackson kept moving, did not stop. The officer attempted to get Mr. Blackson to stop. He continued to drive away without regard and recklessly from the checkpoint, Your Honor. The officer then entered his patrol vehicle to attempt to catch Mr. Blackson, but wasn't able to. The state is recommending for count 1 a $500 fine, for count 2 a $1,000 fine, and count 3 be no process.
All right, Ms. Hahn. Ms. Hahn, I can't. There you are. Go ahead.
Your Honor. We ask that you accept the recommendation and that Mr. Blackson just wants on the record that you know, the no-low plea is due to the fact that he is adamant about the fact that he's not guilty. So
Fine with me. All right, so does he need additional time in which to pay the fines and fees? The $500 fine is going to be $737.50 with the surcharges. The $1,000 fine is going to be $1,420 with the surcharges. And does he wish to pay those today or have additional time?
Your Honor, he initially indicated to me that he needed 60 days, but that was on my estimation of what the fees would be. And I think I was slightly lower. So Mr. Blackson, do you need longer than 60 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But if I
So
pay it,
Mr.
can I also, what if I don't need that long? Can I pay it before?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, so you want 60 days or you want more than 60 days?
I would say that at the 2 months, I'm doing shows now. So maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna get it done, Jan.
What you play, Mr. Blackson?
Ma'am,
What you play?
what do I play?
You said you're doing shows now?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm an artist. I'm signed to Bentley Records. And
You
I
sing?
do. No, ma'am, I rap.
Oh, okay then. All right, well, get your shows up. It's summertime. They got a lot of festivals and something coming up. Listen, Mr. Blackson, go ahead and I'm gonna give you 60 days in which to pay. If you have any difficulty, contact the clerk's office and they'll give you instructions on what you can do if you run into an issue meeting that deadline, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm gonna ask Miss Hahn if she can to to chat your email address to Miss Wright.
All right.
And once she's done that, you'll be free to go. Just
All
remember
right.
the deadline for your payments, okay? And you
I
don't
will.
have to pay it all at once. You can make periodic payments. You can make it online or by phone. So you don't have to just come down here with all of it at one time. You can make payments until the deadline.
Okay.
All right.
And then, all right. Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Hahn?
No, Your Honor, that's it. Thank you for being patient with us.
No problem. All right, so Mr. Blackson, thank you very much. And you're free to go at this time, sir.
Okay, thank you again.
All right.